make some difference, of course, but I think there are a lot of people throughout Yorkshire and elsewhere who may be thinking that, forgive the pun, it's a drop in the ocean and perhaps a little bit too late. I mean, certainly here in Tadcaster, if you look at the bridge behind me, this is really creating problems for the town now. It really is a town divided, because whereas before the floods and before the collapse of this bridge here, it would have taken you a minute to just walk the 100 yards or so from one side of the bridge to the other, from the east side of the town to the west. Now there is a diversion of 9 miles to drive. Now, tomorrow, of course, the schools go back. We're at the start of a new working week, and that's going to create a lot of problems unless they can sort out this issue very quickly. Here to talk to us about that is a local business owner, Brian Percival. Brian, you're also director on the National Flood Forum. First of all, on this bridge in particular, just give us an idea of the impact that this will have on the town.
This bridge is the lifeblood between the east and the west. On the east side of the river, as we can see in the far, we have the health centre and we have the town's only supermarket. On the west, we've got the retail and commerce. A lot of people live in the west and need to go to the east to get to the supermarket and the health centre. As equally, we've got to be able to get our staff into the retail centres, and we've got to get our customers back in.
As I said, you're owner of the Tadcaster Business Centre. What effect will it have on you and your business specifically?
We have lost a third of our business. Our ground floor is a complete wipeout. We're fortunate we did move straight into the upper 2 floors, but nevertheless, I've got to watch out for the 2 businesses on the ground floor, and I'm doing my level best to help them.
You couldn't get insurance, so what financial impact does it have for you?
Since 2001, we've been uninsurable, and the £25,000 or so that it's going to cost me to reinstate is actually coming out of my back pocket, and it hurts.
And you've spoken directly to government politicians and local politicians. Have they been listening to you? Are they doing what you advised?
Some of them are listening, but in the main, I am not confident that they are listening. It's an obligation under the 2010 Water Act for them to consult and take on board. Sincerely, we know what went wrong. We can't tell you how to rebuild it because you know you are the experts, but listen to us and take it on board. We've got to get down to the very heart of this problem, which is that bridge. Now, that bridge was blocked on Boxing Day with debris. Who has the obligation to remove that debris quickly and to maintain this river? Is it the Environment Agency or is it the County Council?
There's a political storm brewing today about, did the government know or did it not know? Did it reduce spending on flood defences or did it not reduce spending on flood defences? You've got a unique perspective. What's your answer?
The information that I'm getting through the National Flood Forum is that there has been some marginal increase in the amount in the budget for flood defences, but it's not been focused as to where it ought to be. I went up to the Kendal disaster a few years ago. I saw how much money had been spent, and it's been a waste of time. We don't want that again here. We definitely need the local community enhancement of flood resilience, and we need a Bailey Bridge to lift us from the east to the west, and tomorrow can't come quick enough.
Are you confident of getting that Bailey Bridge? Because that's really only the only temporary solution that will bring the 2 sides of this town together.
I'm aware that our MP is actually talking about it, but our army are only based in Fulford, a few miles away. I'm sure the Royal Engineers are only 50 miles away. They can do that bridge in the next couple of days. But please do it.
You sound very frustrated. I mean, have we got the will? Have we got the get up and go to tackle this problem now? It's obviously getting worse. How prepared are we to meet the challenges that these extreme weather events are placing upon us now?
We're not giving the impression that we are well prepared. Only 6% of the country actually suffers from flooding, which means that 94%, they don't matter. The politicians have got to look at us who are flooded, and we've got to concentrate on new technologies to make the town safe, and above all, we've got to bring business back into the town of Tadcaster. The retailers and the commercial people have got to get up and go, but we're being handicapped by not having politicians who want to push for the greater common good, for the betterment of the flood protection.
Brian Percival, thanks very much indeed, and that's a view that's been reflected I think, in a lot of the communities that have been hit by flooding. And all of this, of course, comes as the weather forecast is once again getting worse. It's just started raining here again in Tadcaster. They're not expecting any flooding here, but I think, you know, that interview will certainly give you the impression of people here within the town who believe that they need help and they need it urgently, and they're not feeling too confident that they're going to get it anytime soon.
Mike, for now, thanks very much. The Shadow Transport Secretary, Lady